Today we're going to create a Fusion 360 account and start using Fusion 360. So this is the document you want to use. This is in Google Classroom in week 7 or week 8, depending on the laptop that you have. And it shows you how to start an account using this website. So some of the features, the important or maybe more involved features that you'll encounter after doing so is you'll enter this information. You'll get an email back verifying that your email address worked, but is choosing the educational institution. This is step 10. There are 2 instances of John D. O'Brien School. I believe it's the one that doesn't have Roxbury Crossing in the address. Okay, another important step here is verifying that you are indeed a student at the school, and this is step 12. And what you're going to be doing is submitting a screenshot here of your schedule in Aspen. Make sure that your name appears in that screenshot, and then submit that document here. That will verify that you're a student, and that will set you up to have an account. There is a question about setting up a team. If you are posed with that question, set up a team with your name. It's your team. Okay, if you have a Chromebook, you will not be installing Fusion 360. You won't have an application on the Chromebook. But if you have a Windows laptop or a Mac, then you will have an icon to click on to start Fusion 360. And when you do so, you'll get something that looks like this. All right. Oh, by the way, so if you do have a Chromebook, you won't be clicking on an icon. You will be clicking on this or going to this website, and that will bring up Fusion 360 for you after you sign in. Okay, so let's say you've clicked on the icon or you've gone to the website for a Chromebook and you are now on Fusion 360. So one of the first things you want to be available or be aware of is this data panel, access to this data panel, which is this waffle up in the upper left-hand corner. And if you click on it, this is a way for you to set up a folder. So please click on New Folder under Data, and please name it with your last name first, comma, your first name. And that way we'll store your files in here, and we'll make new folders as needed for instance, for your Automata project. Okay, there is a way to create a team if you have not done so already. You click on the icon of a person up here called single user storage, and then here at the bottom you can create or join a team. So again, create a team, but it should be your name. Okay, I'm going to close the data panel so that I have more space. The next thing I want to highlight is the browser window. The browser window is quite useful. It has document settings. If your document is in millimeters, you can change it to inches right here by clicking on this icon. Here, this will be more populated once we actually have a drawing, and it will specify the drawings or assemblies that you're working on. And so you'll be using this constantly to choose what you want to be working on. Okay, this ribbon at the top is quite useful. It has many different tools like creating a 2-dimensional sketch, extruding a 2-dimensional object into a 3-dimensional one, revolving to create circular objects like this, putting holes in, and so on. You might want to modify an object by adding a fillet, for instance. So there's different modify tools like cutting away, trimming. We will take components and make assemblies out of them, for instance, in our Automata project. So this will be useful where we're going to specify different joints, different ways of joining 2 components. And then the construct window also has various geometry related features of making drawings. Okay, at the bottom, there is a zoom tool. If you click on it, then with your mouse, you can use your finger to zoom out or in. There's the pan tool. So if you need to move to a different part of the drawing, just grab with your mouse and move around. I'm going to escape out of that. With your mouse, you can zoom in and out with the roller bar, the roller wheel in the middle of your mouse. Just move that. If you wish to pan, you can hold down the roller wheel and just move your mouse like that. And that's a quick way of panning. All right, here in the upper right-hand corner is the view cube. If you, for instance, want to see the front view of your object, you would click on that. You can rotate between views by doing that. And then very useful, click on the little house to return to the three-dimensional view. All right, let's now make a two-dimensional object. So you could click on that, or you could simply right-click here in the window with your mouse and then hover over Sketch, and it will give you all these options for different shapes. I'm going to choose a 2-point rectangle. If I click on it, it's asking me for which plane to make my drawing in. I'm going to choose this one, the XY plane, but it really doesn't matter. Now you can see that there's a little shape of a rectangle near my cursor. So that means I've already chosen to make a rectangle. I'm going to choose where to start. I always choose the origin. Click there and drag. Now it's rare that you'll just click again and create a random rectangle. You want a specific size generally. So here I'm going to choose the height, which is highlighted right now. I'm going to make it 2.0 inches. And now I'm going to tab to choose the width. I'll make it, let's say, 3.0 inches. And now I'm hitting return because I'm done at altering the dimensions. There's only 2 for the rectangle. There is one last thing to do, and that is to finish the sketch by clicking here or here. And now your rectangle is finished. Thank you for listening.